Every single different person on the planet has a different definition of success. Unfortunately, most of us don't take the time throughout our lives as we grow to update our own definitions. I'm Colin Wright, and you are watching Consider This. Now, if you don't have a good definition of success, then you also don't have a roadmap to success. You don't know how to get where you want to be, which direction to start walking, what milestones to expect along the way. You don't know what to prepare for, and as a result, you're very unprepared, or at least less prepared than you could be, to take on the challenges that will stand in your way and to leap the hurdles that will be thrown in front of you. You won't know when it's time to pivot. You won't know when it's time to backtrack. You won't even know when you've achieved success if you do not have a well-defined definition of success. And unfortunately, the deck is stacked against us in this regard. We've got so many different people, so many different forces, both individuals and corporations and governments and belief systems. All these different groups are giving us different definitions of success that we're supposed to believe in and adhere to. Some of them have some good ideas that we can derive some pleasure from and some degree of success that we feel as success. But in a lot of cases, what we need to do is pick and choose different elements from these different versions of success and invent our own out of nothing as well in a lot of cases, and then combine them into our own me-shaped definition of success. This definition will change over time. No matter how customized it is and no matter how much time you take to define it at a certain point in your life, 10 years later it will very likely be different because you will have grown in so many different ways since then. You'll want very different things for a lot of different reasons. Hell, 10 years is a long time. It may be 1 year later or 1 week later. It could happen in the time between breakfast and lunch. So long as the right variables are there, and so long as you are in the right state of mind to recognize these variables and to accept when you have changed, when your priorities have changed, it could take absolutely no time at all. And this is okay, this is good. You want to allow change to happen. But what's important is that you recognize it and that you're continuously redefining what success means to you. Because if we don't have our own custom-built version of success, then we're adhering to somebody else's standards of success. And that means that, in essence, we are living somebody else's life. Everything that we do, more or less, is moving us closer to some goal, to some idea of success that we have in the back of our brain. If that definition that we're working from is somebody else's, some alcohol companies or some churches or some governments, then that means that we are just pawns on somebody else's board. We are not making moves that we think are legitimate, that we think will get us someplace that we want to be, that we think will make the world a better place. We are acting in accordance with somebody else's plan. And ideally, we are the ones making the plans that we are following through with. Defining success for yourself is less about outlining a checklist of information, of things that you would like to be true, and more about defining something qualitative. This is how I would like to feel. This is what I would like to be proud of that I had accomplished. And then taking steps backward from that place that you would like to be and identifying what you need to do from there. If you do the checklist first, then you're very likely to end up in a place that you don't want to be. But if you start with that end goal and then work your way backwards, then each step along the way is just as likely to be fulfilling and worthwhile as the end result itself. Success, like perfection, is a moving target. It's not something that you ever completely reach. Once you fulfill one goal, then you'll have another goal, and then another, and then another. And so at the end of the day, the really important thing to remember about success is that you need to constantly be recalibrating. It needs to be your concept of success based on who you are now, and what you've accomplished thus far. Only then can you be certain that the journey that you're on, the path that you're walking, is the right one for you and what you hope to accomplish. If you'd like this video, a like or a follow would be awesome. You can also follow me elsewhere at Colin is my name. I'm on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and all the fancy social networks out there. And you can find out more about me and my work, including my books, at colin.io. Thanks, guys.